I used to eat about 7 or 8 bowls of cereal a day, but I did have to slow down because I was eating it too much. I needed to start eating proper foods. Hi GQ, I'm Marcus Rashford, and these are my 10 essentials from home. I'm going to start with my PlayStation. And then it comes out. But when you're traveling as much as we are, you know, we train for maybe an hour a day, 2 hours a day. But the rest of that time, you're just resting. So you just take this, get a few games with you, and, you know, you're good to go. I've been on Call of Duty, FIFA a little bit. I'm started playing UFC quite a lot. And believe it or not, Monopoly. Yeah, we'll jump on Monopoly, and it's actually quite fun. You know, you get lost in it, you're on there for hours. It's the only thing that recreates that. You know, when you're playing Monopoly with people, and it's tense and, you know, you can't take your eyes off the game. It's the same thing on the PlayStation. I have a name, but I can't disclose it because I get a lot of friend requests. More time someone's playing me and they don't know. Especially on FIFA, because FIFA's like 1 against 1 and you play against different people all around the world. So because some of the teammates have them, I've coloured my P and my A in with a pencil. Yeah, this one's mine. So you see these bits at the back? You attach the wheels to that and then you can pull it like a suitcase. Because it is quite heavy, so you don't want to be holding it all the time.
Don't they have the ones that are like that big that you can just pop in your backpack?
Yeah, but it's not a PlayStation, is it? It's not authentic. If I've got a PlayStation, I can speak to my friends online, I can play with them on the games, and, you know, I'm good. I've always had one football with me everywhere I go. No, I used to have a certain ball, but I lost it. I kicked it over a fence when I was younger, and I never went in the garden to get the ball. So I think a lot of people have seen that ball. It says Marcus's ball on it. I put Marcus, then apostrophe, then another S when it's just an apostrophe in it. It was one of them ones that's just old-fashioned and, you know, beat down. But that was my favourite one. This is actually from this season. I must have been about 10 or 11 years old when I first signed with Nike. In my household, my mum's house, my brother's house, my sister's, everyone's just got Nike on all the time, so that's just what we know really. My dog's had a little bite at it there, but, you know, definitely I'll take this one with me. This is a must that stay with me at all times. I got a bit fed up of carrying, you know, like a heavy laptop everywhere, so I've just got this iPad now, and it sort of goes into a stand and then you've got a laptop. It's got Netflix on it, I've got all my music on it from when I was about 11 years old, so it's got all my old songs, and my brother puts it on a memory stick for me every time I get a new device. I listen to a lot of UK artists, Santan Dave, Stormzy, H, Mo Stackness. There's a lot of American artists, Little Baby, A Boogie, Drake and Rihanna, and a bit of Beyonce on there. When there's new music out, I like to stay on that. But it just depends on the mood, and then sometimes I like to try and go back to the old days. I don't really use my phone, so this is everything.
You have the generic background. Was that like a choice, or do you just never change it?
I just never changed it, you know. I might change it now that you said it. I'm going to take my headphones. If you put them in it blocks out all the sound on the outside, and then it only plays the music that you're playing. So these are actually come quite in handy. Sometimes to be at home there's a lot of distractions, and definitely during that night before a game it's better for me to just get to the hotel and, you know, I can have a clear mind and I don't have to worry about the dog chewing anything downstairs. And I will just stay in my drawer, and it's part of my travel pack, so no one touches my travel pack. This is my favourite cereal. The best way to start the day, it's got everything in it. It's got dried banana, carbohydrates, a few nuts in there, raisins. So I used to be, like, literally at the back of the box there in the corner. You'd see me swimming. I stopped doing modelling when I got sponsored by Nike, so it's been like about 7 years old. My mum might still have the cutout because she's probably got it somewhere. I used to eat about 7 or 8 bowls of cereal a day. Like, after school I'd eat cereal until my mum got home from work, dinner, and then cereal before I went to bed. I used to put loads of sugar in it. Rather than going to the shop and getting like sweets and stuff, I'd just run home quickly and make a bowl of cereal and then head back out. But I did have to slow down because I was eating it too much. I needed to start eating proper foods. But now I have that with fruit and fibre, so this has got to come with me. So the next one, I have got my favourite book. It's called Relentless, From Good to Great to Unstoppable, and someone recommended it to me when I was about 18 years old. I've read it 3 or 4 times and, you know, I've learned something different every time I read it. So can you see the lines on there? So I like to have a pen with me and I can write out which bits I want to improve on or which bits I feel like I've got already. I think for me, in terms of mentality, which is something that in my profession, it has to be as good as it can be. This book definitely taught me a lot, so I'll take this book with me, 100%. This is Louis Vuitton, this one. It's keeping in good shape. It's got everything I need in here. I've got my brush, I've got my comb, my afro comb because quarantine my hair's been getting long, shower gel, my sponge, and then toothpaste and toothbrush. It's just for travel really, so what I have in here, I have another in my bathroom, so when I'm at home I don't actually use these ones. You know, you get used to it travelling all the time. I've got to prepare myself previously, otherwise I'll forget things. I'd even forget my passport, so I have to make sure that's out, I'm ready. It keeps my essentials ready for me. So I've got these are actually an old pair of football boots. I think they were from 2018. I probably played certain games in these boots and that's the reason why I kept them in the house. Yeah, I've kept these ones and these are the ones that I use like if I'm having a kick around or something like that. I'll just throw these ones on.
How do they smell?
They're actually not that bad because they've not been worn that many times. I have boots for games but separate boots for training. So I can imagine my training ones aren't smelling too good, but these ones are alright. Do you actually want me to show you the most iconic ones? One sec, let me get them. There's a famous footballer, Brazilian Ronaldo. What year is this? 2016. He picked 4 or 5 players to wear sort of a replica print of his boots that he wore in '98. And then I've got a picture on the back of me wearing them in the game. The other one's in there as well, but I can't carry both of them because this actually comes off. So these boots have only ever been worn once in that game. And then I put them in this box and I've never worn them again. There's actually still mud on the bottom. No one can put these on again now. They're too special. You know, it's one of them things, as soon as somebody comes in your house, they want to look at it and know what's what, and sometimes they want to touch it, and I don't like people doing that, so I need to put it in a more quiet place. I know I'm going to lock them away in my safe. Up. Good boy. So this is my final piece to my puzzle. Yeah, it's a cane corso. It's an Italian Mastiff. They're naturally quite good guard dogs, so you can have them and you don't really need to train them. But this one's been trained. Sit. And I've always had a dog in my family, but this one is my probably first dog that I've actually like looked after and sort of brought up. And he's been around me all his life, so. He's about 4 years old now. Got him when he was 3 months old. He really is a dog that, you know, anybody can be around if you get to know him. But then at the same time, he's obviously trained to protect the people that he loves. So yeah, definitely bring this guy with me. Okay guys, my time is up. Thank you for having me, GQ. These are my 10 essentials. Everybody stay safe.